Hi everybody, and welcome to video 2 of the eDofe session as part of our Duke of Edinburgh update from the Academy. I hope you're all safe and well, and thank you for joining me for video number 2. Just a quick recap of video 1. So on video 1, if you haven't watched that just yet, I've just gone through for bronze and silver students, bronze students who are now in year 10 and silver students who are now in year 11, who are currently enrolled onto the Duke of Edinburgh Award, how they now can complete their certificate of achievement and what this means for them going forward. Okay. The certificate of achievement, we have set a deadline as an academy and for kind of as part of the DAV as well, as the 1st of June. So by the 1st of June, okay, we need to make sure that any evidence or what students have completed is uploaded, and then that's been processed by myself, and you have received your certificate of achievement through the post as well. Okay, this will then allow obviously students to receive that, to frame it as well at home, but for students in year 11 to use that on college applications as well. Something I just want to mention as well. Some people may still be thinking, or some students might be thinking, that they want to actually do the expedition, okay, which is also absolutely fine. Please be aware that once you enroll onto the Duke of Edinburgh Award, okay, and that enrolment fee, which was paid all the way back last year, you have until you're 25 years old to complete this award. That means that your account is activated until you are 25. So if now you are in year 10 and you're thinking, I don't really want to continue with DAV, but I might want to pick it up in the future, that's absolutely fine. Okay, you've got that opportunity now until you're 25 to complete that, as the enrolment fee has been paid to DAV, and you are effectively a DAV participant until you are age 25. Okay, so that is just something to think about. I know I've had a few questions about whether students can do it later on in life, which they absolutely can as well. So I'm just going to jump on today to a really important part of our work, which is eDofe. So for anyone that's not sure, eDofe is the electronic side of the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Now, back when I started the award, many years ago, about 10 years ago now, it all used to be paper-based. But now, luckily, we've moved on to a system now where it's all online, and you can get all the information online. You can do all the uploading online as well, and it's really, really straightforward to do as well. So I'm now going to show you today what I need you to do for you to get signed off on your award. What I recommend you do is you watch this video through once, and then you maybe go back to it and pause it in certain sections. And what this will then mean is it will allow you, okay, then to be able to pause and follow the guidance that I'm giving you, and basically means that you can get signed off pretty quick, okay, and you can receive your certificate of achievement within the next few weeks and before our deadline of the 1st of June 2021. So I'm just going to go and share my screen with you now. Okay, so this is now eDofe, the Morley Academy, and this is hashtagging DAV with a difference, as it is massively different now, as the expedition, as I mentioned before, has currently gone due to the COVID-19 restrictions, and all of DAV is online and is now virtual as well. So just a polite reminder, this is what we're looking for today. You are wanting to achieve your certificate of achievement. It will have your name on it. It will have that you've done the volunteering, the physical and the skill, and it will either have here bronze or silver program. And it also tells you at the bottom, or your employer or the college that you go into at the bottom, that you did this during the COVID-19 outbreak. And this will be something that will be remembered in history, okay? So it'll be something, it'll be a real piece of history that you will have here, that you completed your DAV, during a national pandemic. So please remember, there's 3 sections: volunteering, physical and skill. And in eDofe, you'll receive an email with your printable PDF DAV certificate of achievement. So first thing I'm going to need you to do is download the DAV app. So head on to the Android or Apple Store, search for DAV, and you'll be looking for the app. It looks very similar to this one, okay, with the purple background. If by the time this video is put out, they've changed the background and updated the app, you're just looking for the one that says DAV on it, okay? You need to install that onto your mobile phone or tablet. And what it will have is a screen when you log on that looks very similar to this one. And I'm going to take you through now what I expect, or what I'm looking for you to do over the course of the next few weeks in order to get signed off from your award. So the first thing will be you are going to need to sign in, okay, and this is with a username and password. Now, all students were given a little sticker with their username and password on it, okay? This then means that you obviously can log into eDofe. Now, if you've lost this, okay, what I will do is If you head onto Google Classroom, you will now have been enrolled onto a separate new classroom that is called Duke of Edinburgh Bronze or Duke of Edinburgh Silver. And all you need to do is just drop me a message in there saying that you need your username and password again, and I can get that information to you ASAP, really, and you'll have that information to log on as soon as possible. If you've got that, what you need to do is sign in using your username. So a lot of the time, it will be your first and last name. So Jake Smith, and then usually if there's more than one Jake Smith, there'll be a number after it. So your username will be something like Jake Smith 2, and your password, okay, the first time you log in will be your date of birth, 8 numbers, no spaces. So as an example, I was born on the 18th of June, 1993, very long time ago now. So the date would be 1/8. June is the 6th month, so it'd be 06. And then the year 1993, so it'd be 1993. It will ask you to change your password when you log in to something that you will remember, but it will ask for that password just to start with, okay? And when you change your password, you need to have a capital letter, a special character. There's a little bit of criteria you need to follow for that, but that's quite self-explanatory once you have gone to there. Now, what I've done on here is I've put if you forgot your password. So if you've forgotten your password, you will have, when you originally signed up, put either your own or a parent's or carer's email address, and it will email them. It might drop into the junk folder, a password reset, and you've got 15 minutes to reset that password, okay? Please bear in mind, if you have changed your password, okay, that as a school, we're not able, due to the GDPR restrictions, we are not able, obviously, to reset passwords, or we're not able, if you've forgotten your password or you've changed it, we don't know what that is. Okay, so passwords are hidden from us. If you do need to contact, obviously, DAV regarding this, if you can't get in and it's not emailing you a new link, there is a link just here that says for assistance, click here, okay, and the DAV award will be able to sort that on there. But as an academy, we're not able to resort, obviously, passwords, okay? As soon as that's been changed, that is obviously out of our hands, okay, due to the restrictions as well. So once you've signed in, so you've got username and password, it may be that if it's your first time logging into eDofe, as some of you might have completed it on the sheets previously but not logged into the online side, it will ask you to fill in some really key details. You must make sure that you obviously fill in these in correctly, okay, or it might ask you to confirm these as well. The reason for this is if anything's posted out by DAV, it needs your address, your email as well. If you don't use your email address, but your parents or carers do, please put their email address in. It doesn't matter which email address you put in. It's just important because when you get that link through for your certificate of achievement, it will go to that email address that you put in here. So you must make sure that your address is where you live, okay, your house, flat, wherever, number. Please make sure that information is correct. So if they post anything out, it goes to the correct address. And that the email address is one that is active, okay, so that you can receive any emails from eDofe as well. So once you've done this, you'll go to the bottom, you'll click continue. Please note anything with a start, you must make sure that you complete, okay? It won't let you to proceed. And then you will jump onto a section that looks like this, okay? So this is a profile I've just used, obviously an old one I've just created for the purpose of this video. So what it will ask you to do, the first thing is for your sections, it will ask you which one you want to do for the longest. So I just done this from a bronze point of view. For silver students, it's very similar. It'll just say 663 as opposed to 336. You've got to do like an extra 3 months on one of the sections for the silver award. What you must do is you must, okay, either click skill to be your longest, physical to be your longest, or volunteering to be your longest. Think about which one you do the most often, or which one you've done over the most often over the kind of the last 12 months, and just make sure you click on that one, whichever it is, and then click submit, and it will save that information. Okay, and then what it will be saying to you is, let's say as an example, me as Mr. Haywood, I click 6 months for the skill. It's going to want to see 6 months of what I've done. Okay, so please make sure it's the one that you've done the most of, okay, which is obviously going to be your 6 months worth of kind of evidence that you've done. So all you do is click on the one you want and then click save. And what then happens is it comes onto here, okay? Now, this is the most important part now for me. And this is the part that's going to take you a little bit of time to complete, okay? So you click each dial and you work through and complete your program planner in each, the volunteering, the physical, and the skill. Your assessor, it can't be your parent, it needs to be an adult, either your teacher or myself. Please can I ask that you just put myself or Miss Roberts, who is obviously the assistant DAV manager, should you obviously want to get signed off for this award. So when you click edit section, it's going to ask what you've done. So let's say for me, volunteering, let's say that I've helped out my mum cutting the grass, or I've helped out my mum with some painting, or I've helped her around the house for the 3 months that's required. You need to type that information in. It's pretty much to tell me, you know, what you've done. Now, this is where you've got to be really crucial, and where I recommend on this video you keep pausing me and coming back to it, so you've got that really kind of key information there. Your start date, you can backdate it to March of 2020. And that then means you can say, well, I started it in March last year, which means that March, April, May, you might have finished it by May 2020, which is fine. Okay, we will still sign you off. So all I need you to make sure you're doing is, okay, is typing in, obviously, the date. So this one here, I've just put the 2nd of the 9th, 2019, is that's when you were enrolled. What you've done, so helping others. Your activity, you've helped other people. Where you've done it, well, a lot of the time it could be at home. Okay, because we're doing in a lockdown situation, and you've got to kind of come up with 3 goals that you wanted to achieve. Now, I've put these on here to really help you. Okay, you know, you can use these as well if you want to, just so you know, because you've got to have a goal for each section. So I've just put to help with daily tasks at home during the COVID lockdown, to be helpful and supportive, to develop better communication, and to, you know, to basically to learn new skills at home. And then when it says here, name, obviously, Mr. J. Haywood, okay, or you can put Miss Roberts. Position, just put DV manager for us. And then obviously his email as well, okay. Don't worry too much about the email if it doesn't need it. And what you just need to make sure you do is make sure you put my name and then DV manager. And then you need to make sure you click select your manager and then click submit for approval. What it then means is I can then sign that section off once you've done it. Now, some of you might be like, sir, I've not got any evidence. As I said before in the last video, that's absolutely fine. If you can just fill this information in for me on eDofe, it pretty much means that I can approve it, okay? And, you know, it's a massive then weight off your shoulders, as once that's approved, that's 1 section done and you've only got 2 to go. So if I just jump back to this one, you've got volunteering, you've got physical, and you've got skill, okay, which you are going to need to complete. So that was volunteering one. The physical one, again, is here. So it's exactly the same category: fitness activity, classes. Where you've done it at home. 3 goals. So I've just put, I'm going to improve my fitness by doing cardio online fitness classes. This is just an example of one. I'm going to develop my stamina by doing daily press-up challenges, and I'm going to work on my coordination and body position stance during each workout. That's just 3 goals that I've made up. Again, backdate it as far as you possibly can. It'll allow you to on here, and then click, once again, submit details for approval. Once you've done that, I can then approve that and say, yeah, you've done that for me, okay? And that's another section completed, and that's 2 sections done. You've got 1 more to go, and you've got your certificate of achievement. That's how easy it is. So please make sure, though, that every bit on here is completed, okay? And that you've chosen the right person to submit it to, and obviously what you've obviously done, okay? And what you'll see at the top is these little bars will start to move, okay? And once I click approve, it will then go to completed. And finally, skill. Skill's always the hardest one. So, you know, what have I been doing over the lockdown period as well as you guys? Well, I've been doing cooking. Okay, so mine was, I've backdated it again. I've put my category as life skill, activities, cooking. Where have I done it at home? 3 goals, follow different recipes, cook different dishes, and learn and use different cooking techniques and ingredients. Once again, DV manager, Mr. Haywood, submit for approval. Done. You've told me what you've done for your volunteering. You told me what you've done for your physical. You told me what you've done for your skill. In a usual way, we would be expecting evidence, which is pictures, the sheets. Some of you might have that. If you've got that, literally you can just upload it. Okay, it'll say upload evidence. You just click upload and take a picture of it. If you haven't got that, if you've lost it, fine, don't worry. Just click submit for approval for me. And then finally, okay, this is what I just want to show you. If obviously you have got any evidence that you've got for these, you can just go onto the section and click add evidence. And it pretty much, it's very similar to kind of Facebook, where you can just upload a picture, or you can just type in some text saying what you've done. That's absolutely fine, okay? But again, as I've mentioned previously, it's not an actual requirement at the minute for DOV, but it would be nice to see some evidence just so I can see what you've been getting up to over the lockdown period. And then once you've uploaded it, I will then do the final part, which is my job, which is the assessor's report. And I will then sign you off and say, I am happy that the student has completed their physical, skill or volunteering section, and they've completed it by doing this. And all I've done is I've used what you've told me. Okay, so I'm taking your word for it. As long as you've said to me, I've helped my mum at home, I'm going to put on that assessor's report that you've helped your mum from home. and that's it. You get your DOV certificate of achievement, okay, which again is a massive achievement for you guys. So I really hope now you can go back, pause this video, and just follow what I'm saying. What I'm looking for, everybody, in years 10 and 11, this is to the real key message of the students, is please make sure that for your volunteering, your physical, and your skill, once you've downloaded the app and got online, you fill in those sections. If you do not fill in those sections by the 1st of June, the certificate of achievement for you guys obviously ends, which then means, okay, you would have to obviously then complete the award fully, and that includes the expedition. But this gives you the time now to complete this over the next few weeks and months before the 1st of June, and it allows you to get that certificate of achievement, which effectively is your bronze and silver award just without an expedition. So parents and carers, thank you so much for your support. Please, can I ask that if you've got any questions, the Google Classroom, every student's been enrolled onto that. You can ask me questions on there as well. If you want to get in touch with it, obviously through the info account at Morley, you can absolutely do that as well. But thank you for your support. And if you can help your son or daughter, okay, get this award completed, that would be absolutely amazing for me. Okay. And if we can get them signed off by the 1st of June, it's really going to help them in the future to complete, you know, further awards, and also that real clarity and that, you know, that real kind of success of what they have done. Please keep an eye out on the social media account for the Academy as well. I'd love to share some kind of successes on there when students have received these, because I will get an email telling me when they've been posted out to you. So what I need everyone to do now after this video is get downloaded that DOV app. Tell me what you've done for volunteering, physical and skill. Get that uploaded for me. I can then get that signed off along with Miss Roberts, and you guys can get your certificates of achievement. Once again, thank you everyone for listening today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've kind of found out some real key information going forward about what I expect, okay, and what the next few weeks and months is going to look like. And best of luck signing off your DOV award. Very exciting times, everybody. Thank you for your time. And as always, stay safe. Thank you.